Imagine being Gen Z, with no money, no clear path forward, and barely any hope, until you discover one simple secret. That's exactly where he started. With absolutely nothing to his name, he uncovered a surprisingly effective method to save money. What he actually did, it's going to shock you. But before we dive in, I want to hear from you. Where are you watching from? How old are you? Are you currently earning and saving? Drop your answers in the comments, hit like, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Picture this, two people. One is 20 years old, working a part-time job and barely has 2 nickels to rub together. The other is 35, established in their career, and finally starting to save for the future. In 30 years, who do you think is wealthier? Most people would bet on the 35-year-old with the big salary. But what if I told you that by starting just 10 years earlier, the 20-year-old could end up with double the wealth, while actually working less for it? Welcome to the only cheat code in the financial world that actually works. It isn't a crypto moonshot or a lucky stock pick. It's a mathematical phenomenon called compound interest. To the average person, it sounds like a boring math term. To the wealthy, it's a snowball rolling down a mountain that eventually becomes an avalanche. Today, we're going to look at how you can start your own avalanche while you're still young enough to enjoy it. So what is it exactly? Simple interest is when you earn a percentage on your original deposit. Boring. Compound interest, however, is when you earn interest on your original money, plus the interest you already earned. Think of it like building a skyscraper. In the beginning, you're just digging a hole in the ground. It's messy, it's slow, and it doesn't look like much is happening. This is the input phase. But eventually, the foundation is set, and the floors start going up. By the time you reach the higher floors, the building is so massive that each new level adds an incredible amount of value. In finance, your money eventually reaches a tipping point, where the growth it generates in a single year is more than the total amount of money you actually worked for and deposited over a decade. Your money is now doing the heavy lifting, so you don't have to. Let's look at the math, because the numbers don't lie. Meet Alex and Sam. Alex starts at age 20. Alex invests $200 every month into a low-cost index fund. They do this for exactly 10 years. Then they stop completely at age 30 and never add another cent total invested, $24,000. Now meet Sam. Sam waits until they're 30 to start. Sam also invests $200 every month. But Sam keeps doing it every single month for 35 years, all the way until age 65. Total invested, $84,000. At a standard 8% return, who wins? Even though Sam invested $60,000 more than Alex, Alex ends up with a significantly larger nest egg at retirement. Why? Because Alex's money had a 10-year head start to sit in the snowball phase. By the time Sam even started, Alex's interest was already earning its own interest. This is the cost of waiting. Every year you wait to start is like cutting the bottom off your skyscraper. You might be thinking, okay, but how fast does this actually happen? There's a secret shortcut used by investors called the Rule of 72. It's a simple way to figure out how long it takes for your money to double. You just take the number 72 and divide it by your expected annual return. If you're getting a 10% return on your investment, $72/10 equals $7.20. That means your money doubles every 7 years or so. If you start with $1,000 at age 20, it becomes $2,000 by 27. It becomes $4,000 by 34. $8,000 by 41. By the time you're in your 60s, that single $1,000 has doubled 6 times. But if you wait until you're 34 to start, you miss those final, massive doublings at the end where the big money lives. You aren't just losing time. You're losing the most profitable years of your life. Now, some people will tell you to just save your money in a bank account. But there is a silent predator called inflation. Inflation is the reason a bag of chips costs more today than it did 5 years ago. If you leave your money in a standard savings account, you might earn 0.01% interest. Meanwhile, inflation is usually rising much faster than that. Your money isn't just sitting there, it's rotting. Investing isn't just a way to get rich. It's the only way to protect the value of the work you're doing right now. You are essentially trading your current hours of labor for future freedom. If you don't invest, that trade becomes a losing deal over time. The biggest mistake Gen Z can make is thinking they don't have enough money to start. The truth is, you don't need a lot of money. You just need a lot of time. $50 a month started today is worth infinitely more than $500 a month started 15 years from now. So, here is your practical day one task. I want you to go to Google and search for a compound interest calculator. Plug in a small amount you could realistically spare every month. Maybe it's the cost of a few coffees or a streaming subscription. Set the interest rate to 8% and set the time to 30 years. Look at that final number. That is the version of future you that is either going to thank you for starting today or wonder why you waited. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. If you found this helpful, hit the subscribe button. We're going one step at a time. And in the next video, we're going to talk about exactly where to put that first dollar.